Ahoy everyone, my name is theSirhc and welcome back to another episode here on Underground, my single player series where we try to survive and thrive completely underground in Minecraft. Today is going to be a little bit different. Today we're finally going to be setting up some stuff, building some things rather than just doing some exploring. We've been doing a lot of exploring so far, a lot of mining. We raided this whole mine shaft for all of its resources. We hopped into the nether and looted the nether fortresses to get some potions. And last episode, we ventured out into these big, dark, scary caves, lit them all up, did a little exploring to see what was around here, got ourselves some diamonds so that we could get some cool diamond gear and diamond tools. And yeah, it's finally time to find a place, pick a spot, set up a starter house, a starter base, and just set down our roots here in this world. And since the last episode, I hopped back into the caves and did a little bit more mining to get some really valuable resources. Do you guys want to see the haul that I got? Oh, look at all that coal. So much coal. We can now make torches again. I used up pretty much all of my coal last episode, lighting up all of these. I mean, look at all those torches. That is so much. And that's just one little section of the caves. But yeah, so we now have coal. I can make some torches and light up caves again. Now, some of you had some really cool and fun ideas for a base build in the comments of the last episode. There's stuff like hanging builds or multi-tiered builds in a tall cavern, or using mine carts or slime launchers to get around the base in really fun and interesting ways. And I've read your comments, I've taken the input, and we're gonna ignore it. We're gonna ignore all of it, for now at least. No, it was really cool ideas, and I want to play around with some of that stuff, especially like the hanging base. I actually, the permanent long-term base that I have in mind, I think we're gonna do some cool like hanging stuff from chains in some big caverns. But today we're gonna start out nice and simple. We're just gonna build a nice little starter house underground. We don't want to really start our permanent long-term base yet. Firstly, because we're pretty low on resources, but mainly because I want to do a bunch more exploring around these caves. I want to spend a bit more time in this world, venturing out and seeking out some cool locations before I pick where we actually settle down, for the long term. But for the short term, I've decided we're gonna set up right over here in this cave. It's nice and close by, so we don't have to move too far. And we've got the area pretty lit already. Let's just hop around this zombie here. And I think this is just a cool spot that we'll be able to build a lot of fun things in. It's sort of on top of a hill here. It's got a nice perch that we can look down over the cave. It's also kind of in a nice intersection of different caves. We've got a bunch of mine shafts over in that direction. We've got the lush cave going over there. And back behind this area, there's a big wide open cave back behind here that spreads out pretty far. So that's pretty cool. I think this spot is a nice midpoint between all these different types of cave systems. And it will serve as a nice central location to venture out from. And I really like this little spot, this little shelf here. I think this will work really well to put a house here, put a little base. Got these nice stone pillars that I think I'm going to leave. I'm going to try and build around. Got a nice view going out this way with the lush cave out there, all the water and the lava falling down. Nice tall cavern to look out into. And I believe the skeleton spawner, the one that we actually have a farm set up in, is somewhere over there. I don't think it's too far away. So we'll be able to probably dig a little shortcut tunnel over to that. That'll be nice and convenient for us. I'm really not sure what type of house yet I want to build there or what materials we're going to build it out of. So I guess the first thing we need to do is just head back, grab some blocks, and I'll have to start marking some things out, playing around with designs, and just figuring out, getting a plan together. All right, I've got a little bit of a plan going on here. Got it all framed up with some oak wood, and I like the way that it's looking there. I like the shape of that. We can take a closer look and kind of go through the whole thing. What I'm thinking is I'm going to build this thing kind of on stilts here. We'll leave this bottom part open and just have some posts supporting the building. And our main floor is going to be up at this level. So we'll have our first floor right here. Pretty nice big open area. I haven't decided if I'm going to dig this out or if I'll cut this off, put a wall across here, and leave that kind of open and exposed underneath. Over on this side of the house, we're going to have a nice big balcony that wraps around so we can look out over the cave, get a nice view of what's going on. And this side's entrance might be a staircase just coming up to the balcony. I think that's going to work out the best. And then we'll have an outdoor staircase up to the second story, and there will be another balcony that wraps around this little jut out here, so we can look at the cave over from this side. And we got a nice big space here for the second story. Lots of room to put all of our stuff. I don't know exactly where everything's going to go. I think I'm just going to build the house and then figure out the inside from there. But then we're going to have a door over here opening up to kind of our like backyard type area. There might also be a door going down to the main floor right here so we can get down there easily from this side. And back here I think is where we're going to put some of our first crop farms and kind of make like a nice little garden area. Would be pretty cool. So yeah, that's the plan. Now I need to do some resource gathering because I'm going to need a lot of oak logs for this. And I think we'll use some maybe diorite or calcite or maybe a mixture of the two. And I think I'm going to do the roof out of warped wood. So I guess first off, let's get a bunch of oak logs. There is a little mossy patch down here. And we've got some of these azalea trees over here. I've got all of my bones on me, so we can make some bone meal. And we should be able to just grow our first tree. Look at that. Oh, amazing. We got our first underground tree here. We can harvest this and get all of this oak wood. I gotta say, I'm not a big fan of how these spawn. I kind of wish it was just the logs going straight up rather than up at an angle. We better make sure that this stuff is all lit up. We don't get bothered by mobs while we're doing this. But then we can go over here and grow another one, grab some more oak logs. I do have some more dirt on me. And some other azalea trees that we harvested in the last episode. I think we could also spread out this moss, because I think if you just bone meal this stuff, yeah, it does spread out. So we could actually just spread this through this cave and kind of make a nice tree farm area over on this side. That might be kind of nice. And the cool thing is that you get more of these saplings when you bone meal the moss. Don't even have to plant anymore. And actually, before I start all of this resource gathering, I better get a good source of food set up, because I'm sure we'll be going through a lot of that this episode. So let's get a little wheat farm started over here, so I can keep getting some bread. Can you not put torches on the side of farmland? What the heck? That's okay. Weird. There we go. Let's get all of our seeds planted here. Oh, there we go. All right. So now we shouldn't have to worry about food as much. Hopefully that stuff will grow up nice while we're working away. Well, I went through 3 stacks of bone meal and ended up with this much oak wood. Plenty of oak wood to do our build. So the next thing I want to get is some of the warped wood from the nether. And instead of just running back and forth to our old nether portal down in some random cave, I want to go get some obsidian and set up a more permanent one somewhere up here. So we'll just dismantle this old one, which is going to take so long, and harvest enough obsidian to make a couple portals here. And I think we're going to stick our new portal right over here, right across from the house. We'll be able to look down on it from the balcony. I thought this looked like a really interesting kind of natural spot to put it. Oh, and there's like a cave here that goes down quite a ways. Ooh, very skinny cave. Very skinny cave. Oh, there it opens up a little bit. Oh, we got some gold. Okay, I've been down here. Actually, I think... Is that the skeleton spawner down there? Yeah, there is a skeleton spawner right down there. Huh, okay, so that one's not very far away from our house. We might use that one for our main farm. Although I think the other one is maybe about the same distance. Might be a little bit easier to get to. There we go, new portal. Give her a light. And I'm going to get the coords. There we go. And make sure that we're going to be in the right spot. 244. Yeah, this one does connect to the old one. So I want to just make sure that we're in the right spot. Oh, look at that. I forgot I turned fog off in Optifine, and you can see so far in the nether. I love it. This looks so amazing. This is what it looks like with the fog on. You can't see anything. Super dark. Can't see across this big lava lake. And I really don't mind some nether fog, but I do feel like they limit your view just a little bit too much. Look at that. There's that nether fortress over there, the second one that we found. And it looks like I shouldn't have to move our portal here. The exact coordinates that match up with the overworld would be 30 -1, which is just a few blocks in this direction. So we're just going to leave our portal here. And let's start chopping down some of these trees. Maybe we'll go away from the portal a little bit. And we made it back. Another successful trip to the nether. Got a whole bunch of the warp stem. Hopefully this is enough for our build today. I also went and mined out those 2 geodes we found in the mine shaft. Got a bunch of calcite, and I dug up a bunch of diorite, so that should work pretty well for the walls here. And I went through and framed up the whole thing with the oak logs and put in the floors, so it's a little bit easier to walk around here. And we can get a feel for what this place is going to look like. So yeah, now it's basically just building the rest of the house. Easy peasy, right? I am a little worried that I'm going to die. I just have a funny feeling that my first death is going to happen while I'm building here. That seems to happen a lot. Either I fall off of things or I get jumped by a mob because I'm not like expecting them. I'm focused on building. Although we do have the feather falling on our boots, so that should hopefully save us if we do fall off the roof here. And we have ourselves a brand new home here on this world. We got our first starter house built. I guess that's a little redundant. We got our starter house. We got our first house here in the caves. And I am loving the way that it turned out. I love how bright it is, how it pops in this dark cave. Made sure to use some nice bright blocks. The lots of white with the calcite and the diorite. And of course we got the nice pop of cyan color with that warped wood. Looking real nice. First thing you might notice is I did switch out the warped wood in this balcony to oak because it was a little bit too much cyan. There really wasn't a break here. We had cyan on the lower part of the walls here, and then it was cyan here, and then you had the railing. I think this looks a little bit better, get a little bit more contrast. I also, one thing I tried out, and you'll have to let me know what you think of it in the comments. I'm not entirely too sure about it. But I switched out all of the oak wood in the floors to the crimson wood, kind of the purpley magenta nether wood. It started out with just the windows and doors. I thought the crimson would be just a little nice addition of color. And then I just decided to test some things out, switched out the whole floor. And I gotta say, I do like it. I think it looks really cool, kind of weird, really fun. But it might be a little out there, especially for this build. So I did switch it back here to the oak wood. And I think this looks a little bit better. It looks a little bit more cohesive and together. I don't know. You'll have to let me know in the comments, though, what you think. Do you really like the way that looked? I definitely want to use both woods together in some other builds, but I think for this one, I want to stick to the oak floors here. But yeah, this is what it looks like. I didn't tear out, I barely teared out any stone. Really just pushed this thing up against these stone pillars, which I think looks really cool. In fact, in the basement there, we still have a bunch of stone in the walls here. I just filled in all of the gaps. I think that's pretty neat. So the next thing we got to do is I need to get my stuff moved over here, and we can start setting up some things on the inside. And luckily, I've got all my stuff in these nice minecart chests, which means I can just put them right onto this rail I set down and send them right over to our new home. And we got our last one here. Let's just send it over the powered rails, and off it goes. I did make myself a minecart as well, so we can take a little ride all the way over. Make sure that all of our stuff made it all the way. All these powered rails were just what I found in the minecart chests in the mine shaft. So looks like we did have enough. Oh, look at that. That worked out perfectly. Look at all of our stuff lined up here. And now we just need to move it into the house. And just like that, all of our moving boxes are cleaned up. The rail delivery system has been taken down, and everything has been moved into our new house and set up. So we can take a little tour, see what we got going on. So this bottom floor here, this is going to be all for storage. Which at the moment, it looks pretty nice and neat and organized, but that's because I don't have a lot of stuff. In fact, some of these are empty yet. I have a feeling that this floor is going to fill up pretty quickly. We're going to have to squeeze a lot more chests and barrels in here. But we got plenty of room. You know, we still got underneath the stairs here. We can add some more chests to this wall. We could put some stuff over here as well. And we've got this whole wing to fill up. But yeah, I have a feeling before we move out of the starter house, this basement is going to be kind of a cramped mess. And honestly, I'm kind of looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to the evolution of the storage room here. Then we can hop up to the main floor here. This is where I have most of my stuff set up. So over in this corner, we've got our crafting area, a little crafting setup. Got our crafting materials there. Some metals, some redstone. I got cobble and wood over in these chests. So I can just come over here and craft things nice and easily. And then we've got a little armor and a weapon chest in here. And some tools and torches and stuff in those barrels. Over on this side, we've got our potion brewing with all of our ingredients, extra potions, nice little water source in the floor there so I can fill up my water bottles. And then over here, we've got our furnace smelting area with my 4 chest setup that I often do with the minecart hoppers. This thing makes it so if you put fuel in this back chest, it gets evenly sorted between all 4 furnaces. Same with, whatever you're trying to smelt, you can throw it in this top chest and it'll get evenly sorted between all 4 of the furnaces here. I've got them nice and loaded up with the oak fences. Still got quite a few of those for smelting. And I've got some coal over here. some ores and our food stored right there. Through this little partition, this little doorway is my bedroom. So I've got some of my special items in here. And we got a nice open area out to the balcony so we can look out into the cave. There is one more thing we need for the bedroom here, though, of course. We need a bed for us to set our spawn point in. Let's grab some wood. So let's make some wool here and a bed. And then we're going to dye this one. I can't do cyan, sadly, because we don't have cactus. But I think the next best option is going to be a nice light blue. So let's put that down. Reset. Oh, it's nighttime. Hey, sweet dreams. Nice. Okay. We've slept through our first night here, which, ooh, I suppose we could make something else kind of interesting. Let's grab some redstone. Let's grab some gold. I do have some leather, and I've got some sticks in here. So let's make ourselves an item frame and a clock so that we can see what time of day it is now underground. We'll just throw that somewhere over here. Let's throw it over the window. And there we go. So now we can see what time of day it is, even though we can't see the sky. There we go. And then upstairs, I have a little bit more storage. I put my rotten flesh up here just because it's a weird item that I don't need, at least at the moment, not until we get villagers to trade it away. So I just have that stored up here. And then over here, this is where my enchanting table would go if we had one. Sadly, we can't make an enchantment table yet because we don't have sugarcane, we can't make paper, we can't make books. But I think next episode we are going to we're going to work on that. We're going to work on getting an enchanting table set up, get some enchanted gear going so that we can finally make the best of our diamond tools. I did use up my diamond axe, so we're back to some iron axes, and my diamond pickaxe is about to run out as well. We need to go do some mining here soon again. And that's about it for the house. Got it nice and set up. Could definitely use a little bit more decoration, maybe some plants around the outside and on the inside. Maybe have to throw some paintings around. Not entirely sure. I've never been great at interior decorating, but that would definitely make this place seem a little bit cozier. But for now, I want to turn my attention to the outside, to our back little garden area. And we need to set up some nice farms for all of our crops, especially the melons and the netherwort, so that we can keep making our health potions. And I'm not sure why I'm doing this. Let's go make a shovel, because I'm going to have to go grab a bunch of dirt. So let's get this wheat farm removed here. And I'm kind of thinking of making some sort of tiered, stepped farms on this hill here. I might need to take out some of this. I think we'll lower some of this down to make this a little less steep. I'll probably take it down to maybe this level here. We'll have our first farm kind of on this level. And this is still pretty steep, so maybe we'll make them sort of raised, kind of like how this one is, but, you know, make it actually look a little bit nicer. I think we're going to do something like this for our crop fields. We're going to use some of the crimson wood, get some of that nice magenta color out here, give it a nice contrast between the house. I think that'll look pretty neat. And then we'll use that to border all of the different crop fields. So over here, we'll have a nice little patch of netherwort up by the house. And then over here, we can make this all wheat. And then we'll have some more crop fields down below, some more tiers to this farm, probably going all the way down this hill. We have at the moment wheat, carrots, beetroot, and then we'll need pumpkins and melons. And eventually we'll need some potatoes as well, but I don't have any of those yet. Maybe I'll actually divide this up as well. We probably don't need this much wheat. I could probably put something else up here. But I need to go get some more dirt and a little bit more soul sand. I've ran out. Oh, you can't walk up these with the soul sand. Okay, maybe we'll get rid of these over here. But yeah, I had not quite enough. I guess we'll need a few more pieces there. So I gotta go grab more resources and I'll get this all laid out. Oh, it happened. I knew it was gonna happen. What did I say? My first death was gonna be because of building. Oh, what a disaster. Okay, I think I got everything here. Got all of our armor. Our inventory is very full. I think fall way down there. Whoops, don't do that. I don't see anything else. Okay, let's get back out of here. The stupid creeper blew me up, snuck up on me while I was building this nice path here, and of course destroyed all of my beautiful farms. Gosh darn it. Oh, we still got some more stuff. Oh, my diamond hoe. Yeah, we don't want to lose that. Okay, is that everything? Do we got it all now? And our death has been recorded. We now have a little 1 up by our name at the top, so everyone knows how bad we are at Minecraft. Definitely no hardcore series for us. But the good news is, despite getting exploded to smithereens, we do have some new crop fields all set up, and I'm loving the way that they look. I love the bright pink popping out here in the caves. So yeah, we got all of our plots built up. We got our crops all planted, nice and filled. Got a little oak path going throughout the whole thing. So we've got our beetroot down at the bottom here. We've got our carrots up here on the second level. Pumpkins and melons on this little tiered farm over here. And then we've got a bunch of wheat up top. This one is going to become potatoes once we get those, but I figured for the moment we might as well use up the whole space and just plant some more wheat. And then we've got our little nether wart farm up by the house here. And I made a little shed thing. Oh, thanks, Enderman, for just leaving a little mess around here. I guess thought I needed a little moss around the place. I guess he agrees that we need some plants around the house. Maybe I'll just put this down over here. There we go. I guess he's trying to help. But yeah, I made a little shed over here to hold all of the extra seeds. Got some beetroot seeds and wheat seeds. And then got my hoe handy in case I need to hoe anything up. So that's pretty cool. That has turned out pretty nicely. I did do one other thing here at the house. I made a little path going back this way to this cave back here where I've set up a little tree farm for all of our wood chopping, all of our azalea tree chopping. So we've got a nice path that wraps around here. And then I also wrapped it around to the front and sort of redid the staircase here because it seemed a little odd to have these like sort of organic slab paths going through here and then have a really rigid staircase coming down. So I just redid this path so it kind of matched with the rest of it. And yeah, I think this is pretty neat. Turned out really nicely. We got a nice little path to get around our area. But I think that's going to do it for today's episode. We got a lot of stuff done and made some good progress here. We now have a lovely home here underground in the caves. We've got some crop fields to keep us fed. And we have a lovely little tree farm in the back to get us our oak wood. Still have to go to the nether to grab our other 2 types of wood, which, man, I think this season of Underground is going to have a really interesting aesthetic. Definitely a lot different than previous seasons just because of these new nether woods. The last couple of seasons we had a lot of dark oak, so it was a lot of dark brown down in the caves. But this time we're going to have, I think, a lot more color here with these nether trees since these are the only woods that we have available. And now that we've got a nice new base to work out of, I really need to go and do some mining. Need to go get some more diamonds and iron since I have used up all my diamonds and I'm starting to burn through my iron pretty quickly since we're back to iron tools. I've broken so many tools gathering all of these resources for this house. So I'll have to do that before next episode. And I think next episode we will be heading to get ourselves some enchantments so we can actually make some better, longer lasting and faster working tools. So you can look forward to that. That'll be pretty fun. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you really enjoy the new house here, the new setup that we got going on. Let me know down in the comments what you think of the place, and leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. We'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching. Goodbye, folks.